Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm making a spread with this little Collage Fodder embellishment, which I've shared some weeks ago in a video, and my junk art journal, which is made with mainly jelly prints or papers where I just cleaned the brayer of the jelly plate and a fabric cover. I also have a tutorial for this kind of art journal on my channel. I will try to not forget to link that up in the top right corner info box. I start by stamping a little bit on that page on the left one, and I laid a piece of foam underneath because the book is already quite bulky and then stamping is a bit hard, and with a piece of foam underneath it makes it easier. What I love about this little journal is that the pages have already something on them and you have some kind of colors that you can work with. As always, you will find the details about what I've been using on this page in the video description, as well as the blog post over on our shop blog where you can have a look at the close-up images. I'm starting with stamps from the Mix It Up number 4 stamp set, and I've just cut apart these stamps. It's one stamp usually, but I just cut it apart with the scissors so I can use them separately. And you can always put them close to each other on the acrylic block back again if you want to stamp them all at once. I'm using black StazOn ink as it's waterproof, and I am working on an acrylic surface that is the ink that dries the fastest. I also stamped some texture from that same stamp set with the matte stamp and also the same ink. I want to have something black on the background because my focal image that I'm going to use has also a black circle. Frame of a framed circle, I would say. If you want to see how I made these embellishments, I will link up that video in the end cards of this video, so you can check that out. I now will try to let the page background match the colors on the focal image, and the only thing that is missing, I would say, is the green. Because there is nothing with this bright green on the background, just on the embellishment, and that's why I'm using some green collage paper and I'm adhering this to the spread. I move around the paper a little bit to see which layout I like and how it fits my page the best, and then I'm going to adhere that with the glue stick. I wanted this optional page to be done quickly. That's why I also have prepared these embellishments, and that's also why I like this journal, because you can be creative in a, I would say, short amount of time. And what I'm now going to do, I'm covering the spread with some clear gesso. That gives me a lovely surface to work on with watercolor, and it also primes the collage a bit so it does not come off when I go on top with wet mediums. And the gesso I'm using is from Liquitex, the clear gesso, and I'm just applying it with a dough scraper, which I usually would use in the kitchen, but I use this one at my craft table. I really prefer this against a usual brush because it's super easy to clean and it doesn't leave marks, and I like to have a smooth background when I do some priming with gesso. Once the gesso is dry, I'm going in with watercolors, and I just just go intuitively with colors that are on the embellishment piece and which I have on the background. And it's kind of a burnt sienna color, a bright green, and a turquoise. And I just try to work with similar colors so everything looks cohesive. The paints I'm using are from different brands. This is my sketchbook watercolor palette, I would say. I usually use it in my sketchbook for painting and drawing, but that was already on my desk and I just picked this palette because I don't want to pull out another one. And as I said, there are so many different brands in there. I love the Mijello watercolors. I like the ones from Van Gogh. I have some from Daniel Smith, from Schminke. And yeah, I think that's, and some of from Rosa Gallery. And these are the main brands I'm using. But you can use any watercolors you have. I also wanted to use a little bit of neon pink because there was a tiny amount of that on the leaf on my Collage Fodder piece. And I am using the neon watercolors from Paul Rubens here. And I just use the neon pink and add some touches here and there. If you are enjoying the video, it would be really lovely if you leave a thumbs up and leave me a lovely comment because I really enjoy reading them. And it's also very helpful for my channel. If you're wondering which green I'm using, that is the May green from Schminke. I let the background dry and now I add some splatters with that green as well to create some different textures on the background. There was a little bit of a darker, I would say kind of an emerald green on my collage piece. And I wanted to have a little bit more of that on the background as well. And here I'm just applying some kind of turquoisey color, but I didn't like it. So I just removed that from the page again, just by soaking it up. And I think I'm going to pull out another of my watercolor palettes and use one of these colors. That's the MeiLiang watercolor palette, and it's the one with the pastel colors. They also have a set with metallic colors, and that green fits a bit better. And I'm adding just a little bit, little hints here and there of this green color. Once this is dry, it's time to finish up the page, and I think I forgot to press record. I've already adhered my focal image to the right page and two words to the left. The words are from my Mix a Sentiment stamp set, and these are embossed in white to black cardstock, and I just cut the words out and adhered them to my page. I'm now making some marks to bring in even more texture and depth with a white Posca pen. As I'm really loving that pink in this spread, I'm coming back in with the neon pink that I've used for the background, and I also make some marks with this one. These watercolors are a bit harder to reactivate, and I'm just doing my best to get a really thick paint to make some thicker marks on my page. Yes, I'm calling this page done. I'm really happy with it. It looks quite bright and fresh, and I hope you enjoyed that video today, and I wish you a lovely rest of the week. Bye!